Hi and welcome to the channel everybody. Today my name is Kim and we are here in the garden today checking out the month of September and what's going on. For me here in Western Australia and the southwest of Western Australia, for all of those of you there, the month of August is beginning of spring. The month of September and October are also a part of our spring month. August, I generally don't get out into the garden and do much because there's still a lot of frost, a lot of rain, and a lot of cold days and nights, so I don't get out there. September, I usually try and get in and get as much cleanup and prep and readiness as I possibly can for October planting in. This year, the weather has been extremely unpredictable, lots of cold days and lots of frost or fog, whatever you would prefer to call it, hanging around the place. So at the moment I am still in cleanup mode for the garden. Why? Because the days just won't let me get in there. Hold on. I have no idea where I'm walking backwards. Get it, girl. So as you can see so far on the month of September here, we have started off with some frost. We're still getting frost throughout the month. We also have been getting a lot of rain. Even my poor little chickens weren't impressed. They have been allowed to free range every now and again out around the house to clean up some bugs. Oh my God, guys, we have got some sun. We are halfway through the month, and this is probably the first day that I've actually had some beautiful bright sun. So I've got now in the garden and checked out the greenhouse and gotten a few bits and pieces done as well. So most of you know, if you've been following me for quite some time now, I generally don't use chemicals in my garden. I just use compost and some dynamic lifter, and that is about it. But my poor little seedlings, I have found a couple of little stumps left in there where the snails had gotten in. So I got in and I put some snail pellets in. I only use the snail pellets in places that I know that my dog and my cats can't get to, and the greenhouse is one of them. So my poor little seedlings here are very, very much in the way of being eaten by the snails. And with the rain we've had, the snails come out when it rains. It is definitely time to make sure that my seedlings do not get munched up. By the way, use two hands and do this because I put way too many snail pellets out, and you probably can tell doing it with one hand is not good. You need a hand there, Gus. Come here. Well, what you got hanging off you, but come here. So I managed to get out and actually get some seeds into the ground. There is a video, guys, how I fixed up and what I've done here in melon ball patch, but I did plant some seeds in this day. I may be a little bit early on that, or I may not have them get germinated, but we'll have to wait and see. I was kind of just a bit anxious and wanted to get some seeds in. Now, what you can see Bear, the dog, and Gus, the cat, doing there is generally what I have to deal with on most days when I'm down in the garden and both of them come down. This is why I made sure that these little boxes were well attached to the ground so that basically I wasn't going to have, or they weren't going to have a little mishap with my garden beds. Anyway, guys, I'll let you watch them be boys, and they are boys. On this day, I decided that my project for the day was going to be weeding this garden bed. The idea here is to try and find if there was any snow peas or peas in the garden. There were a couple of plants left in there, and I did get one meal off of them, which was really nice. But yeah, they did not happen. I had the 2 rows of peas in there along the lines, and neither of them happened. But today, this was this project. I will have a video that sort of shows you what the plan is in here, but you'll just guys, I'm just going to have to wait till that one comes out. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button and you want to check that one out, you're going to have to hit that subscribe button or you're going to miss out. What's the matter, Gus? Didn't I do the other end? And do that one another day. We have a weather coming in again. Two hours, and I have been informed by Gus I haven't done enough. I have some peas that I have managed to find. These are pea plants in here. Actually, these are snow peas by the looks of them. So I can actually harvest some of these and eat them. And then I think these, they look like snow peas as well. They could be peas. I do not remember what I planted in here. And that was all that grew out of the 3 lines that I put in. But you can see the snails have been feasting on them really well. And they're not doing really well, but we might get a meal off of them, and then I'll pull them out when I go to plant in here. So not a bad effort for 2 hours of my day. With the weather coming in, I'm going to head inside and do some inside stuff. I have piled it all here, mostly because there is a hole underneath there, and I'm trying to fill the hole in. So as that breaks down, it should fill up that hole somewhat. I'm hoping at some stage we might be able to get the tractor back in and flatten it all out. But till then, that's where my weeds are going to go. Gus, I'm not doing that one today. Gus, I don't know, this cat thinks that he needs to come and inspect all my work. And they're having a good rub on the boxes now. Good thing that they don't move. Every bit counts in the garden. Whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, all day. For me, I'm done for today. So for those with a keen eye, they will know that this is carrot type garden, and I still have not gotten in here. And as you can see, the weeds are so high that you can't even actually see the garden beds anymore. So I kind of been putting off coming in here and doing this because I want to try and get the big ones done down at the other end. Because I usually start this end and work my way down, and then things down the other end get left out. But to this time around, I've sort of left this one. This one is still producing a little bit of food. We've got a few different things in there. I've had some snow peas out of there. I've had some lettuce. I've had some spinach out of there. I removed the last of the carrots out of there. There is a few little bits and pieces still growing in there in amongst all the weeds, and there's some onion, some more spinach, there's some rainbow chard. So there is a few things happening in here still, but I just haven't gotten in and found the garden beds. Maybe in the month of October we might find this garden bed. Guys, I am showing you this because I want you to realize that it does take a lot of time to run a garden, and it's not always pretty like you see on a lot of the YouTube channels around here. My garden is not always pretty. My garden has a lot of weeds. I live on 3 acres, and I will never not have weeds in my garden. But that is why you also notice this year, over the coming months, that I'm putting a lot of weed matting down. I am trying to reduce some of my workload. The project up in Snow Pea Garden is coming along slowly but surely. So guys, there will be a video out as well at some stage. It'll be later on in the season so that you can see what I've done here, just to inspire you guys and show you some different ways that I'm getting my garden looking at as best as it possibly can. Alright, so that is Strawberry Hill. I have done 4 of the tubs. I need to get some more strawberry plants, but they have been mulched with some of that cocoa coir mulch stuff, which will help keep the water really good. In the middle, the big bits, these big ones in the middle, I put 2 in each path tub. Along with this one is rhubarb. And the little green things you can see are snail pellets, and that's the only probably chemically thing that I use in my garden. And this is why this is the last bathtub that I am going to be getting sorted out, but not until all these are dealt with. So I will leave that for a couple of days and let the pellets do what the pellets do best. And the reason I put them into the bathtubs is because when I was weeding, even though I was pulling out and killing snails, snails do get buried in the ground in the dirt, and they will find their way up into your little seedlings. So you either need to cover your seedlings. I don't have anything to cover them with, so you can use something like a cool drink bottle cut in half over top of them, but I'm just using the pellets in here at the moment, and that should kill off the last of the snails. So I have another glorious morning out here in September, and I have decided that this area up here is what I'm working on today. So this is where the tree came down, straight ahead of us, just hit the corner of the shed and through here. So, but I am needing to get up in here and get all this whippersnipped with this warmer weather coming. We've had snakes up in this area before, so I always try to keep the grass down where and when I can. And today, this is my task in here, to get this all whippersnipped. Now you can see this is supposed to be about 1 meter out from the edge of that tree. Is supposed to be the same plant that's in here, but the clover has taken over. So we might just whippersnip a lot of this and cut this down as well, but we'll see when we get there. The other task I need to do As I walk through the jungle, here is my lemon tree. It is loaded with lemons. That needs to be stripped of lemons, and I need to cut back the tree above it before it becomes full bloomed with its leaves, and I can't actually see what I'm cutting. All underneath the apple tree needs to be pruned. The lemon tree itself needs to be cut back, and there is a, oh see if I can show you, right down the back there's a peach tree. It's never done really well in there, so I've decided that I am just going to cut the whole thing out of there to give the lemon tree more sun, and hopefully, as you can see, it's really gangly, and hopefully that will come up better. The orange tree as well, I'm pretty sure the oranges on here are ready for picking, so there will be a heap of oranges and lemons to be processed as well. Oh, there's my helper. Are you helping us? Do you reckon we should get up here and get this done? Yeah? I'm going to finish me coffee here, and then we're going to get out the whippersnipper, and we are going to get stuck into this. Morning, Bear. Oh, you need to stay out of the grass. You're allergic to it. A dog with allergies to grass and pollen. Look at these beautiful flowers in here. These little red ones. These things pop up all over the place. Well, that's going to be a big task for today, but we'll try and get there. It was a really long, tough day getting this all done, guys, but we managed to get it all whippersnipped and mowed. My two kids, Dylan and Erica, came up and picked the lemons and the oranges with me, and now I have a mammoth task of preserving all of those. There will be video out at some stage on what I've done with all of those, so don't forget, if you don't hit that sub button, you aren't going to see them. But yeah, so it looks so much better. I feel so much better about this, even though it's only just had everything cut down and dumped where it is. At least I can see if there's something up here, such as snakes, etc., that shouldn't be here. And over the coming months of summer, everything up here will dry out, and it will just be an open, bare place. We actually love coming up here and sitting under here. It's such a beautiful place in the summer months to come up and sit under this beautiful big tree. So guys, that is that one for today, and I am absolutely knackered. So you guys would have seen me earlier in the month planting in the seedlings, and I can tell you what, I am so proud of my new little babies. Aren't they so cute? So we've got some melons and some pumpkins, some zucchini and a couple of other things that are coming up here, guys. And I tell you what, I can't wait to be picking off of these soon. Alright, I have just finished doing the final count and weigh out on how many lemons and oranges I've got this year out of the garden. This is the second basket. I have already processed one of these baskets, and this bit here, this is all the oranges I got this year. So it's just over a normal laundry basket of washing that I've gotten. So in total, I had 50 kilos thereabouts. I was weighing 1 kilo at a time on my scales here because I don't have a big set. So around the 50 kilos worth of lemons. So there's about another 20 kilos in here to go. And this is 18 kilos of orange. But I also know that my kids have been eating some of these while I've been at work. So there's probably another couple of kilos worth of oranges. So around the 20 kilos in total of oranges for this year. So been a massive couple of days. I still have lemons to do, but I thought I would just give you a quick update and show you how many I have. Hey guys, that is the month of September. Oh my God, what a busy month I've had in lemons and oranges, preserving them. Please don't get me wrong. I have still got oranges to do. The lemons I have done. I have just had so much else going on that it just hasn't happened, and hopefully I'll get into the oranges soon. Now guys, thank you for joining me here again in the garden in September for the catch up. Now at this stage last year I had a lot more in the garden, but I think that's because our summer season started really quickly last year. This year it seems to be dragging out somewhat. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody's feeling the same way, but I'm hoping that through the months of October and November we are going to get a lot more veggies in the garden. Guys, don't be tempted to put them out. If the temperatures overnight are still under the 5 degrees, you have a very high chance of them getting frozen, or at least their leaves being damaged and stunted because of the cold growth. Summer vegetables do not like the cold. So just hang out there, guys. We will soon be having all of our beautiful veggies coming in quicker and sooner than you realize. Alright guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next vid.